3. Most of us have come to recognize the walk of someone who's stricken with cerebral palsy. For years, Richard Cypert's parents were told that nothing could be done. Then a magazine article sparked a glimmer of hope in a mother's heart.
And if I like to do something, I'll do it, and I'll work hard at it, like I like to ride 10 speeds.
18-year-old West Texas native Richard Cypert was born with cerebral palsy. Muscle spasticity in his lower body caused him to walk on his toes in jerky steps. For years, doctors told his family that nothing could be done to improve the way he walked, to work with what he had. Now, Richard did just that, but he and his family never gave up hope. A Reader's Digest article Richard's mother read was the glimmer they had all been waiting for.
Well, I hadn't cried in years until I read that Reader's Digest article. And I didn't even tell Richard about it for some time because I didn't want to get his hopes up, and I think that's why they haven't pushed this operation any more than what they have to let people know about it. I didn't want to get his hopes up. And after talking to the doctor and learning more about it, I knew he was going to be a perfect candidate. And then I talked to him about it, and he started getting excited. And it was like a whole new world was opening up for us.
Richard and his family were referred to the Santa Rosa Children's Hospital and pediatric neurosurgeon Dr. Arthur Marlin. Following a series of tests, Richard was given the go-ahead.
They say I'll be walking out of the hospital.
Richard is quite a remarkable person. Before he came to surgery, he finished a 200-mile bike ride.
On June 23rd, Richard underwent a surgical procedure called super-selective posterior rhizotomy. An incision was made on Richard's lower back, exposing his spinal cord. The spinal nerves were separated into fibers, and each was stimulated electronically. If the stimulation produced the abnormal response, the nerve fiber was cut. The pioneer surgery success was dependent on months of extensive physical and occupational therapy, a challenge the Eagle Scout accepted, owing his achievement to having the right attitude.
If you got the right attitude, if you want to do it, you can. And here I am.
Richard will enter college this fall and plans to major in communications, and he looks forward to college dances.
If you have a child that has a problem, just to never give up, no matter how old they are or what the problem is, because for years they told us on Richard's part there was nothing that we could do. Just, take what we had, work with it, and hope for the best, but there was nothing that could be done. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, this procedure comes along, and it's going to change his whole life and everything that he's able to do. And I know that we're very fortunate, and in some instances there isn't anything. But just keep hoping and praying, and you never know.
Now, isn't that the the walk of a lanky teenage boy? A real miracle happens when everybody does their part, and we all have a stake in the lives of young people. It's our job to give not just from the heart, but also for the pocketbook. So right now, if you haven't helped, we all need your help. Kids like Richard, and they need it now. So pull out that phone and be generous. And right now, let's meet that lanky teenager. Richard, how are you?
Just fine.
Yeah. I tell you, when I see that kind of story, I say to myself, now that has to inspire so many people who share that kind of problem, who thought, as you did, that nothing could ever happen. What could you say to them right now?
I'd just say you got to be tough and get through it. And I told everybody that don't worry about me. I know you don't think I can do it, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to make it through.
Well, you certainly have proved that. Here are all the Cyperts, Father Wayne, Mother Linda, and Richard, and Ed, Wayne, and Lisa, and we have a new total to go to. Whoa, look at that. $12,290,000. Absolutely incredible. Tremendously generous support from all of you, but don't stop now. Don't stop now. Tomorrow morning, you're going to find a special part of your newspaper, which is going to help you to make a lot more money for the Children's Miracle Network Telethon. So look for Jell-O's coupon in the insert in tomorrow's paper, and make sure you take it with you to the store, and let's make some more money for the kids. Right now, a chance to meet someone who was here just a little bit earlier, and I'd just like to share with you, he's sold over 17 million copies of records during his brilliant career. Some of the chart-topping hits included Laura's Theme, Born Free, The Impossible Dream. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Roger Williams.